Let's talk about how to distinguish the self from thoughts so that you can better discern and be clearer in your understanding of yourself. Today's question comes to us by Vikram from our support group, and it is a question that many of us have: how to discern between myself and mind. So I want you to take a look in your experience right now, and I would like you to notice how thoughts happen in the voice of the person that you appear to be. Take a moment to notice that. Thoughts arise as if you, the person, is talking mentally. Thoughts arise in the voice of the current mental image you have of yourself, of the person you take yourself to be. For example, the mental voice that is arising in your head right now is not the voice of your 5-year-old self or 10-year-old self. It is the voice of your current personal self. And within that voice, there's a whole notion of who I am, what I have been through, what I like, what I don't. The entire self-image, which is the mind's idea of who I am, what I am, is encapsulated in that voice that thoughts speak as. This is why it is so sticky. This is why it is so hard to discern between ourself and thoughts. Self-inquiry is all about noticing what perceives thoughts. So one thing we can say about the self is the perceiver of thoughts. So one simple way to discern between the self and thoughts, see that thoughts arise as words in the voice of the person, whereas self is the impersonal perceiver. Once again, thoughts arise as words in the voice of the person. I am, right? The self is the wordless perceiving of the words, of the thoughts. Just try to feel into that right now. Thoughts may be arising right now, interpreting what I'm saying I like this, I don't, in the voice of the person you take yourself to be. But notice you did not choose to think those thoughts. There's no choice there. Those thoughts just appeared in the mind. And they started appearing, and they are known. And they pass. You see they're coming and going. When I point to you, the perceiver, you may instantly create a mental image of the person you are perceiving as, but the person is never perceiving. The person you think you are is a perceived object that you perceive, that you are aware of. The person you think you are is nothing other than the body and the mind. The body is a changeful object perceived. The mind and all of its thinking is a changeful object perceived, of which you are the wordless, thoughtless, impersonal, formless perceiver. Can the perceiver have any form? any form ultimately would be perceived. Therefore, can the perceiver have any form? Whatever form I perceive, can I be that? Thought arises, that is a form. It arises in the form of words. Words are forms. Images are forms. I perceive them. What am I? Can I, that which perceives words, have any form? Am I a word? Am I an image? Am I an idea? Am I a sensation? All of these things are perceived. I am their changeless perceiver. And I like to say wordless, because I am not doing words. The self is not speaking. It's not thinking. It's not doing. All of these things apply only to the body. The body is speaking. The body is doing. The mind is thinking. But the body and mind are perceived experiences in my seeing. I am the self. Formless, impersonal, simply present. So the way to distinguish between the self and thoughts is recognize that the self is the perceiver, wordless, present, aware, plain seeing. And in that plain seeing, thoughts, which are forms, arise and subside. You have to see that you are not the thoughts. You are not the mental speaking. You are not this person at all. It's not like you are a person and you have a self. No, you are the self alone. You are the perceiver alone. You are that which has no form here and now. And as that, you perceive thoughts. You perceive all forms. You perceive the coming and going of all experiences, the whole journey of a body in the world. It's not you. In self-inquiry, we do not associate ourself with any perceived form. Whatever comes and goes has no being. Whatever comes and goes is perceived by me to come and go. Therefore, it cannot be me. I am that which witnesses its appearance and disappearance. Who am I? The mind trying to answer this question is also perceived. Therefore, it cannot have the answer. And I'm not interested in a mental answer. What can a mental answer do? It won't be of any use. Even the arising of the mental answer, I perceive. I perceive the mental answer. The mental answer doesn't know me. It doesn't have the capacity to know me. It can offer a concept about who I am, but that concept will never be what I am. And the very arising of the concept, I will perceive. Who am I? To distinguish between the self and thinking, you have to distinguish between the perceiver and the perceived. The unchanging, wordless seeing of all experiences. Practice objectifying your thought process. Thoughts arise very intimately like this. Like they don't just arise like, like you can hear a car passing on the street. Like you can hear the sound. The sound arises in your experience and it passes. It feels like, oh, it's far from me. Thoughts are more intimate, Thoughts arise as if that is me speaking. Thoughts claim subjectivity. So does the body. The body is a much more intimate experience than the sound we call outside. So with the body and mind, we have to very carefully discern. Yes, I appear to be the body and mind. Yes, I appear to be the chooser of my actions and the doer of them. But more true is the fact that the body acts, the mind thinks, and I am the perceiver of the experiences called mind and body. I am not the mind. I am not the body. The body and mind are perceived experiences being witnessed. I am without form. And I have no need to think about myself. I simply am myself. I am present as being, knowing. And my presence here is very palpable. It's very recognizable. When I notice my presence, it is me, the formless self, becoming aware that I am. The person never becomes present. You know, on the surface, like you're watching this video as a person and you think that, oh, I, the person, am practicing this and I, the person, am becoming present of my true self. No, when you become present, it is you, the true formless self, that is present. And you are perceiving this entire experience of the body watching a video. Discern, discern, discern between yourself, the formless perceiving, and the mind, the body, the world, which are perceived experiences. This is the cornerstone of self-inquiry. I have a free mini course on this meditation. It is available in our free community. You can join down below and ask questions and get feedback on your practice there as well. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. I hope it helped. See you next time.